Thank you so much, Miss Zoe. Now, at the core of Oscar Pistorius' trial was a woman who fell victim to the gender-based violence which the current 16 Days of Activism of No Violence Against Women and Children campaign is working hard to combat. The Reeva Rebecca Steenkamp Foundation is also working during this period to continue to be her voice, and her mother, June Steenkamp, along with the foundation's CEO, Kim Martin, are here to chat with us more about it. June, Kim, so good to have you on our show. June, a first time for you. A very, very warm welcome.
Thank you.
I think whenever we hear the name Reeva, we're going to forever be filled with sadness with regards to her untimely passing. But I think something that we might not know, she was quite an advocate when it came to abuse. How did she use her platform as a media personality to try and fight that?
I think she built up her public figure so that people would listen to her. But she always picked out the vulnerable people who needed help, who needed assurance. And she was involved in many with the gays, the lesbians and the transgender people who are a lot of aggression going towards them. And she stood with quite a few famous people who were already openly gay. And she stood, I think this was Oprah Winfrey's idea. And that's what she did. She stood up against abuse. Wow. And I've just taken over the baton from her, and we continue now with her ideas and her awareness.
That's so powerful. Now, the Reeva Rebecca Steenkamp Foundation was started in June.
Yes.
How are you going to use this foundation to keep her memory and, of course, her hopes and dreams of helping South Africa alive?
We are trying to, what we've done is, even my book, in there was a memory of Reeva that people all over the world have read now, so they knew what she was about. And having her memory alive is how we're going forward. And we're going to schools and we're teaching awareness of the abuse. And trying to, even, you know, the ministers and people involved in social development are joining hands with us to a way forward. We don't know if we're going in the right way, but I think we're starting with the youth and going to schools.
Powerful, absolutely powerful. Kim, a very awesome event happened at the Waterfront this weekend called Standing Strong Against Abuse, and it's about raising awareness, especially pertaining to the 16 Days of Activism. How did that event go?
It was fantastic. It was very well received. We had some of South Africa's top strength athletes, the current Mr. Africa's strongest man, Johan Els, who actually won the competition as well. And the whole idea was, that's Tabani, an amazing guy, flew down from Durban. That's Johan Els, the winner of the competition and South Africa's strongest man. And the whole idea and the message that they wanted to give was that the strong don't abuse, it's the weak that abuse. And they were all standing up against abuse. It was a very powerful message that was given this weekend. And then we also had one of our ambassadors, Liesel Skoenraad, who's a strength athlete, and she performed a 100-ton tire flip. Also, just in aid of showing you that one tire at a time, it might just be one tire. It was a total of 1,350 tires that she flipped. And that's all in the aid of one step against abuse.
Yeah, that is a powerful message to spread.
Powerful.
Really wonderful. Kim, what are you hoping this foundation will do in the future when it comes to not only 16 Days of Activism, but beyond that?
Yeah, 100%. And we were very grateful for the platform of the 16 Days of Activism, which could sort of catapult us forward. But we're very excited about the year ahead and the future. You know that our whole thing is about empowerment education, and the education side is for the youth. We're going to get into the schools and educate the children. We've got our Reeva pack, which is a domestic violence educational pack, and then this is for empowering women, you know, giving them their voice back, showing them that and giving them the necessary tools to make the right decision and to choose a life of happiness.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Kim. Thank you, June, for being here as well.
It's a pleasure.
And for spreading this really positive message, and of course for the foundation keeping Reeva's memory alive.
Yes.
Oh, it's so wonderful. Now spare thought and love for women and children everywhere who are suffering from abuse and violence, and find out how you can help to raise awareness about this problem that affects much of our society on a daily basis beyond just the 16 Days of Activism.